What if a government shutdown could quietly shut down preschools, pull baby formula off shelves, and still end up costing taxpayers more money? Stick around. At the end, I'm going to share with you a single stat that shows exactly why shutdowns aren't savings and what happens on November 1st if nothing changes. Today, I'm going to break down two lifelines caught in the shutdown crossfire: Head Start and WIC, two programs that keep families working, kids learning, and babies eating. If you think shutdowns don't affect you or your community, you're about ready to find out otherwise. And before we get into it, let's first talk about what Head Start is. Head Start is the nation's federally funded early learning program for low-income children, offering preschool, meals, health screenings, and family support. It's basically a launchpad for kids who need stability and education the most. The problem is this: the Head Start programs can't carry over unspent federal money. That means they can't save up unspent federal money. So when the government stops, their bank accounts don't refill. Some centers have already missed their October payments. The next major grant wave is going to hit on November 1st. If the shutdown continues, tens of thousands of kids could lose their classrooms. And this, by the way, isn't the first time, even recently. Earlier this year, some Head Start programs had to close temporarily after federal payments were delayed. Many have already spent their emergency reserves just to stay open this fall, meaning that the shutdown is hitting an already weakened system. And the risk is this: over 65,000 children could lose access to classrooms, meals, and health checks. Plus, parents who depend on those hours to work could lose paychecks or even jobs. Let's get into WIC, because that's the second program caught in the crossfire. What is it? Just to remind everybody, WIC is Women, Infants, and Children. It supports more than 6 million low-income moms and kids with healthy food and baby formula. Nearly 40% of U.S. infants rely on it each year. Let me say that again. Nearly 40% of U.S. infants rely on WIC each year. So what's happening? Well, during the shutdown, the White House scrambled to transfer $300 million in leftover tariff money to keep WIC afloat temporarily. That patch keeps food vouchers running only for a few weeks, maybe into early November. After that, states either have to front the cash or start cutting benefits. So the longer Congress fights, the closer grocery stores and families going to get to chaos. And why this should matter to you, even if you don't use WIC or you aren't on Head Start, the through line is this: workforce fallout. When Head Start shuts down, parents can't work, meaning small businesses lose staff, a lot of them in your local communities. We got the second one, which is public health costs. WIC cuts mean worse nutrition, more medical complications, and higher costs for everyone later. Basically, if you can't eat, you don't have the nutrition, you're going to spend more on medical complications, and it's going to cost all of us as taxpayers even more money. Lastly, your local economy gets a big hit. Every WIC dollar is spent at a local grocery store. Pull that spending, and Main Street and probably Wall Street is going to feel it immediately. And then there's that one stat I talked about 65,000 Head Start seats could vanish if funding stalls. Each one represents a child, a parent, and an employer all losing stability. That's right, losing stability. That's not government efficiency. That's a deferred tax on working families and also you and I. So shutdowns don't save money. They just shift the pain. They defer the costs. If you care about kids learning, parents working, and babies eating in November, share this video, stay informed, understand what is happening during this government shutdown. Because there's one thing I know, regardless if you're a Republican, a Libertarian, or a Democrat, the last thing that we want to see are innocent children hurt because of Washington, D.C. and the United States Congress's dysfunction. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. If you have any questions, feel free to comment in the comments below. And I look forward to answering any of them and answering any questions that you have. Thanks for watching.